Alright, so this is going to be my attempt at making a gameplay video for Fallout 4. This is a game I've been playing for a while already, so I'm a relatively high level. However, I haven't really done much as far as the main story or many of the side quests are concerned. I've been mostly focusing on just doing Minutemen quests, going around and finding all the different settlements to set up and then building on those settlement sites. And some settlements I have more built up than others. But basically building settlements has allowed me to level up relatively quickly. The character build I've got going is stealth oriented. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. First off, this is my sanctuary settlement. I do have a few mods running.
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
Mostly geared towards settlement building. A mod that allows me to build guard robots for my settlements.
Yes, Eddie?
A mod that gives me better settlers.
Farm run by ghouls. That's something.
A mod that allows me to build much larger settlements than the game would normally allow to be built.
Protect and
I also
serve.
have a mod that allows me to kind of customize my armor. The vanilla game's armor setup is kind of strange in that there are certain outfits that you can't wear pieces of armor with. The mod I'm using kind of actually overrides that, so I could put armor on top of normal outfits. So, for example, I'm wearing a black suit, black hat, like one of the Men in Black sort of kind of characters. It's kind of how I dress normally. Anyway, the armor that I would wear over that kind of clipped through it, so I have another mod on top of the armor modification mod, which allows me to make those armor pieces that I'm wearing kind of, basically invisible, so that way you don't see the fact that I'm wearing armor, but I still get the benefits of it. And a few other little odds and ends type of mods that just make for more interesting gameplay all around. Anyway, let me show you the character build I've got going right now. As I said, I'm relatively high level, 63, but I haven't done very much of the main game yet. But the character that I'm kind of building is very stealth oriented, so high in agility and allows me to sneak very well. I've also upped my sneak to the maximum level, so it makes it very difficult for enemies to spot me and easy for them to lose me. I've, first off, pistols and rifles, non-automatic pistols and rifles, I have maxed out, so they do the maximum amount of damage capable. Then I have this, where I can kill people in their sleep, but I would also, my silenced weapons, which all my weapons are, do 50% more sneak attack damage. So if they don't see me coming, and I shoot them, with a silenced weapon, they do 50% more damage than the maximum. Then, on top of that, I have this skill, which gives my range sneak attacks, you can see, 3.5 times the normal damage. So, I do a lot of damage with my silenced weapons, as long as they don't see me coming, which means I'm pretty deadly as long as they don't catch on to me. And then I have a couple of other interesting ones, like this one. This one's an important one, actually. Swimming. If you don't have this perk set going on, you can get radiation damage from just being in the water. And this one here, this allows me to see at night as long as I'm sneaking, which is very important, because seeing stuff is kind of tricky to do, because the landscape is so busy. Then mods like, not mods, but perks like Gun Nut and Armorer and Science have allowed me to upgrade my weapons to their best possible capabilities. So my weapons that I'm carrying right now are really quite good. And they're not super fancy laser weapons or anything. They're the normal guns, but I have upgraded them to their maximum potential, or to the most beneficial configuration that I can use them for. I'm also pretty good at stuff like, pickpocketing, so I can steal stuff from guys who are unaware of me. I'm also quite good at lock picking. I can pick all the kinds of locks, and hacking computers. I can do all that. I've upped them to the maximum because then they kind of unnecessary because I'm pretty good at doing both, playing the mini games, and you'll probably see some of that in this mission. That's pretty much everything. I don't really use the system called VATS because it just feels goofy and kind of takes me out of the game to initiate some sort of slow motion, pick your shot kind of thing. I'd rather just shoot like normal. I also prefer to not have a follower come with me, so I chose Lone Wanderer, which makes it actually a little bit better to not have somebody come with me. That's pretty much the gist of my build. Yeah, so basically I'm a stealth character who's really good at sneaking up and shooting people, and somewhat of a sniper. I, however, oddly enough, did not take any of the sniper. I think that's this one here, yeah. I didn't take any of this because I haven't put any real oomph into perception. And besides, it just makes it easier as a sniper to hold your breath for a longer period of time. I don't really need that. I'm pretty good at timing the shots to go with my breathing anyway, so that's pretty much the gist of that. I've also been upping my charisma. I've got a fairly high charisma, fairly high intelligence, and a very high agility. Those are my main three. Because charisma is helpful because I can unlock certain aspects of the game through conversation with different NPCs. Anyway, on to the game. Go to the quest. It's Warwick Homestead Greenskins. Basically, I've got to find this place called Warwick Homestead, which I have not found yet. I'm all the way up here in the northwest side of the map at the Sanctuary, and apparently have to go way southeast. Yeah. Fairly far southeast to find this Warwick Homestead. And then once I get there, they're going to tell me where to go to take care of these super mutant problems. So, without further ado, let's go to it.
Protect and serve. Attention. Interfering with a law enforcement robot.
Now these guys, these are Brahmin that are carrying supplies.
My back hurts.
Yeah,
feet hurts.
Yeah.
Everything hurts.
I do nothing but bitch and whine. Anyway, these guys are carrying supplies between my different settlements. And that makes it so if I get to a settlement and I want to build something, but that settlement doesn't have enough of that particular resource, it doesn't matter, because if I have that resource spread throughout different settlements, all of the supply lines converging means that I have access to all those different supplies. This is my second settlement, Red Rocket. I built a little kind of house on top of the gas station, as it were. Some crazy stuff happened here. There was a super mutant behemoth over there that kind of showed up. Anyway, so we're going to be heading east and south. I've got my trusty assault sniper rifle. It's got a long-range recon scope. Now, this recon scope is kind of cool, and you'll see it probably at some point in the near future. If I sight an enemy through this scope, it'll put like a little pip over that enemy, and then it'll kind of track it, and that tracking talks to my brain somehow and follows it around. I don't know, it's kind of hokey, but it's also a very neat feature. Makes keeping tab of my enemies much easier. So, now we're getting to part of the map where things could start getting dangerous, so I'm going to go ahead and initiate sneak mode. And you see how it got brighter? That's from that night person perk that I showed you before. Unfortunately, this is going to go away because I decided to leave first thing in the morning. So we're going to be walking through sneaking through the Commonwealth during broad daylight, which is not something I normally do for gameplay, but I thought it would make it better to watch, so you can see it better. I prefer to generally sneak around at night, because I can see the bad guys and they can't see me. Which is not to say that they can see me any easier, really, during the day, because I've basically maxed out my sneak. Plus, I also have a piece of armor that makes me pseudo-invisible when I'm not moving. It's like some sort of, kind of like the Predator from the movies, where light bends around me. I'll show you what that does. I've stopped moving, now boom, I've sort of vanished. If I zoom out, you can see I'm not completely invisible, but if I'm not moving, it makes it more difficult for the baddies to see me coming, which is beneficial. But that goes away once I start moving. Yes, I'm drinking water, and I'll also be smoking cigarettes during this playthrough video. So, like I said, we're heading east now. I know these roadways fairly decently because I've been going around to different areas of the map looking for different settlements that I've been sent to on Minuteman missions. And some of these particular stretches of roadway I've traversed an awful lot. And it is, means I've kind of cleared away the enemies that were around here. But just to be safe, normally, ooh, that respawned, so I'm betting that there's going to be something nasty roaming around. What's that there? Okay. Something nasty roaming around not too far from here. Uh-oh. Oh, its head's already missing. Seen any. Yeah, not really seen any trouble. So let's just move on. Yeah, this is going to be somewhat not too entertaining, to tell you the truth, because like I said, I've cleared away a lot of the enemy spawns that come through these roads, and they don't tend to respawn very quickly, especially if you keep traveling these roads very often. So I don't know how much excitement we're going to have on our way to Warwick Homestead until I get to the parts of the map that I haven't been to yet, which, as I showed you, well, here, I'll show you again. Stop. Stand up. Yeah. There's not a lot of stuff on the map here. Like up here, I've been through all here, so you see all these different places. I've not been very many places down here. I have not been at all really down here. Jamaica Plain is as close as I've gotten. But I haven't gone through any of this, or any of this area, or very much down south here. Just a very few little spots around here down south. I haven't been down here anywhere. So, or almost anything to the far west here. As far west as I've gone, it's the Lonely Chapel. But yeah, not much real exploration down here. And a lot of these things I've only run across. I haven't really done much in. I cleared out the hospital, but the department store, I didn't clear out any of this stuff. I haven't even been to Diamond City yet. That's how little of the main game proper I've done. Diamond City is a major point. So, anyway, gotta get there, and I'm only here. So, got a long way to go. So, let's continue the journey. My plan is to head pretty far east and then cut south. Now, there'll probably be some excitement because there's a couple of spots that tend to respawn more often. Like there's a medical center where there's these... Ooh, that's one of my provisioners, and it's Pack Brahmin. There's a medical center that tends to be a house for super mutants, and they tend to come back a little more often. And look at me, I'm already heading south. Alright, that was some kind of flower that I just picked. I make a habit of picking those kinds of things, because you never know if you're going to need them. Wild gourd blossoms. They'll probably come in handy at some point if I start making potions, or not potions, chems as they call it in this game. It's essentially potions that let you do stuff like slow down time or whatever. But I haven't really used any of those because there's a system in the game that makes you addicted to using certain chemicals. Now, real quick, point something out. See those white and yellow barrels over there? If you get too close to them, they give off radiation, and that radiation kind of hurts you. See? Got a little close to them. And that's my health bar down at the center, or down at the bottom left-hand corner there. And as long as it's full blue, I'm perfectly healthy. But now there's that little sliver of red there. That means I've lost some of my health to my radiation damage. Now, it's a negligible amount, but the stuff can add up. Luckily, I have medicines that take away radiation damage, and, of course, medicines that give me back health, so that's not that big a deal. But still, it's best to avoid taking too much of damage and too much radiation damage, especially. Oh, more barrels like that. Back away. Yep, okay. Avoided further damage. So far, no enemies have popped out. No roving wild mongrel dogs or patrolling super mutants or raiders have shown up. No bugs of any kind. Looks like something happened here. What do we got? Ooh, 45 caliber ammunition. I use that. Bottle caps, that's money. Take the meat and the hide. Cooler doesn't work, but more meat, more Brahmin hide. Now, this building up ahead here, this is that medical center I was telling you about, where there are super mutants that tend to come back more often than not. And it sounds like they're up to something. That's gunfire we hear in the distance. I wonder what they're having it off with out there. Something behind me. I'll hide on this bus. There's something out there. Oh my. It's a bug fighting a woman. Giant mosquito called a blood bug. Those things are awful. Oh, there's a whole swarm of the fuckers. Look at that. They're fighting a super mutant. That's fun to watch. Get him! Get him! Yeah! That poor bastard's in trouble. Who is shooting? What is this? Stay out of the fight. Leave. Okay. Looks like they're chasing a Brahmin, my provisioner. Alright, let's see if we can't take one of these bastards out. Oop. Got him. Alright. And the rest of the fuckers. There's one. He saw me. So I'm in the danger zone right now. I've got to hide better. This is why I don't go out in broad daylight usually. That sounds like those bugs went toward my settlement that I have down over there that's got lots of turrets that protect it. Automatic machine guns and what have you. Automated. Alright, so... Oh. Somebody sees me. God damn it, shit. Curse of broad daylight again. Who sees me? Oh, boy. Fuck you, bug. Alright, somebody still sees me. Says I'm in danger. Oh, now I'm back in the caution mode. Alright. So I've got to get past this. Uh-oh. Alright, fuck this. I'm gonna have to go fight these bugs. Shits are everywhere. Is that it? Are we done? Yeah, I think we're done. Go back to the settlement. Come all this way to fight some fucking bugs. This is the settlement I built. Whoa! Okay, that was an atomic explosion of some kind. Here's the settlement I built. You see how it's defended. Oh. Some damage to this settlement. Should probably make some quick repairs here. These automatic turrets are not functioning. So yes, we're going to repair them. Okay. So I'm going to repair that one. Repair that one. Let's go upstairs and do some repairs. Up to the rooftop. Look at all these. All these goddamn things are damaged. What the hell happened here? Alright. Since I'm in the neighborhood, might as well repair them. Alright, they're all back up and running. need of repair. Nope, nothing important in need of repairs. Nope. Alright, we're all good. It's a good thing you guys are just started standing around, otherwise who knows what would go on here, right? Alright. Now, back on track. We've got super mutants to get past yet. See, this so far it's been very exciting. I don't really know why anybody would really want to watch this, but just to see. Let's get back to this little hidey area by the bus. With luck, there'll be no more fuckery as far as being spotted. Hide in the shadow of this bus shelter. Seem to have gone. I wonder where they went off to. Now, in my luck, they're just going to appear. So they're around the corner having a piss or something. To the shadows as much as possible. I'm not seeing anybody. Alright. Well, there were some there, but I don't know where they went to. Anything else up to dirty business out here that I can see? Alright. Well, we're just going to keep moving. Slow but sure. Keep to the shadowed side of the street as best as possible. Against walls. Just check the corners. See if anything else is popping up at us. Alright. So far, so good. Pretty clear. This parking lot usually has a lot of feral ghouls running around. But it looks pretty quiet at the moment. Nice to see movement in the distance. What was that? It's probably a Brahmin. Looks like we are ghoul-free. This parking lot. Ghoul to be seen. Oh, there's one way back there. He's eating some poor schmuck. But he's done eating now. So's that fucker. That was it. Just a couple of them. Okay. Let's move on. More wildflowers of a sort. Sounds like something's going on up ahead. That was a Brahmin, but it was also something else over there. Oh, it's a rad stag. Mostly harmless, deer-like creatures. Well, they're mutated deer with 2 heads, just like the Brahmin are mutated cows with 2 heads. For some reason, it's in attack mode. But I don't think it's going to mess with me too bad. Okay, we've got some more botanicals we can collect here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that shooting was really close. Oh, caution. Oh. Oh, your problem is, dude. What's your deal? You're a raider, that's your deal. You have almost nothing of value to me. See? Well, it registers as an enemy. They're relatively harmless, unless you mess with them. So now let's move south, because I've gone pretty far east. This is where I'd like to take a little point to save, because you never know. Anything can happen, but let's take a look at the map. Okay, we're pretty far south and east now. I'm gonna get to this County Crossing is one of my settlements. When we get there, I'm gonna drop off these herbs and botanicals that I've been collecting, as well as that meat hide that I picked up earlier. Something's going on. A great big explosion. When I get to that County Crossing settlement, that's when I'm going to drop off that stuff that I collected, because it's just weight that I don't need to carry. Uh-oh. That's a bug. Bloatfly, it looks like. So let's go ahead and take him out. Got him. Some wild tarberry. Again, useful in mixing up medicines. Man, this traveling around in broad daylight is very, very different to me. Kind of paranoid. Because even though I'm playing this game for a while now, the bad guys still have a better chance of spotting me than I do of them most of the time. It kind of sucks. But that's alright. We'll deal. Ah, there's County Crossing. Let's run to the safety of County Crossing. Alright. Everything looks good here.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Indeed we do. So let's go ahead and drop off. First off, we'll hit the store all junk, because if you see right here, you can store all junk by pushing the T key, so that's what I just did. But then I'm also going to drop off all this Brahmin meat, the gourd blossoms, hub flowers, the melon blossoms, and the wild tarberries. That's all I really need to drop off. Anyway, isn't there another little settlement they've built? This one seems to be in good working order.
Yeah?
Protect and serve.
I'm good. Shouldn't you be... Oh no. You've got the nurse on guard duty for some reason. Enjoy your noodles. Robots seem to like to live in the doorway there.
Have you heard anything about your cousin? No word yet. Doubt we'll ever learn what happened to him. Guess there's not much we can do about it now.
Well, that's sad. But yeah, this is a pretty high-functioning farm. Well defended. Not my greatest masterpiece, but it does its job. Alright, we're going to save one more time as we begin the next leg of our journey. So let's double check the map. Okay. So I've got this plan, and it's going to be even less exciting than we've seen so far. I'm going to continue going south all the way to the airport here, and then I want to swim. Swim past this unexplored peninsula, past this island here, to Warwick Homestead. So it's going to be a bit of a long swim, but it should be fun. There's no sharks or anything in the waters, which is kind of disappointing, but there are aquatic menaces known as mirelurks, but they don't swim. They kind of run along the bottom. So if the water's deep enough, I should be okay. That would be a mod I'd like to see. Water monsters of some kind. There, occasionally you'll see a carcass of what looks like a cross between a shark and a dolphin, actually, with parts of it missing, and they're dead, but you don't see any live ones anywhere. So if the game developers suggest that there are these sea beasts out there, why not have a couple of live ones just to prevent merry wanderers from going for prolonged swims? I don't know. Anyway, this is a part of town that I've only kind of rudimentarily explored, so chances of running into villains... Ooh, bullets in the garbage. America. Chance of running into villains is significantly increased in these streets. Again, because it's broad daylight. I'm a little trepidatious. So far, it's been eerily abandoned. Which I suppose is kind of a good thing for gameplay, but kind of a dull thing for people watching. Alright. Almost to the airport. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and I'll see if I can figure out what made that crash, and we'll come back later.